Greetings, salutations, and hello, fellow scrappers, scrappets, planet lovers everywhere. Scrappy D back doing what she does best, scrapping computers. So I have today several examples of what we call small form computers. Any of you guys who watched my video on the 1001 Dell Optiplexes I had certainly have seen these before. Small form computers seem to be very popular for schools, library, and workstations. They have nothing in the way of memory. There is very little on the actual board, unless there's a surprise here, which I don't think there is. That's a very small CPU. What you usually get out of this is an integrated motherboard. It has slots for RAM, and it'll have a CPU, probably like this one here, and a silicone tipped chip. They're paying $1.49 a pound right now, that board sort. So they're not, if you have to pay for one of these small form computers, my advice is not to. Even with RAM and an HD, there's just not a lot to recover. If you get it for free, great. As a matter of fact, these three came to me hoping that I could repair them. I did have extra motherboards. I've already gone through trying to change them. I just found these computers are ridiculously slow, which is what the complaint was, and I was like, well, that's the way those computers are. They're very, very slow. There's not a lot of memory. Even with a hard drive, there's just not a lot of memory, and there certainly is very little speed with a cheap CPU. CPU is what makes your computer go fast, slower, mediocre. So there wasn't really much I could do with it. This one on the bottom was running Windows 10. It's not that old a computer. I had three of them, and I couldn't make one working. I couldn't get one working out of the entire lot. So I have been given blessing to scrap those suckers. Don't buy these, guys. You'll get burned. Your CPU is very critical to gold recovery. You know, without a CPU, you're not going to make any money. Unless you get about 1 million of these. You've got to understand, shipping the board sort's $1 a pound. Although I may have found something a little cheaper. I'm not telling you not to scrap them. They're fine if you want to scrap them and you get them for free. Great. But I mean, just nothing there. This took me, what, 2 minutes? But I thought I'd show you these. I had a few of them, so when I have a few of something, I like to just do the video for that particular thing. You'll get some wire. These, remember, when you pop the clips off, point it away from your face, they will spring at you. As done. Don't forget to take the battery. That's it. Okay. Do 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 do. What kind of board is this? I just told you. See if you remember. You may not say shitty like I did. Shitty board. Oops. Integrated motherboard. Very low grade. Not anything to talk about. You can get this fan off. You'll have a nice piece of clean aluminum. Aluminum prices are up, guys. If you have heat sinks kicking around, this is a good time to get rid of them. Same thing with your copper. Hold on a second. I have to go get pliers. Somebody was asking about gold recovery. I actually have a very old short up about gold mining in my kitchen sink, which I probably should take down. Got some wire. That is spaghetti wire, guys. Low grade insulated copper wire. 35% recovery. Lowest of the low. Now, let's see. The Dells, you have to get these screws out of here, because you have to pull this off in order to free the board, not the board, the components. gonna irritate me, right? Del, I love you, but been a while since we did one of these. After doing 150 of them, I didn't want to ever look at another. But I did want to show you the integrated motherboard, and you know, part of why I do these videos is to show you what's inside. I don't want you to go out and buy a pallet of computers and then, you know, lose your investment. That's not nice. So hopefully my videos will help you to avoid that. Did I miss one? See, there's a hard drive in here. That's going to be a nice find. If you can get this out, it's good, because media drives will pay 10 cents a piece, 10 cents a pound. It's going to give you agita like this one's going to give me. The heck with it. Problem is, I have to get the hard drive out. There's 2 more screws down here. This may just bolt to the caddy and come out as a unit. That's what it is. Most of the time these drives just push out. Okay, so this was a whole unit. Gonna go get the hard drive, of course. Hope the weather's getting nice where you guys all are. It's getting really, really, really nice here in Connecticut. Got off to the yard today. Just before I pull this, just for those of you who've been following us on a regular basis, I didn't have a lot, but I don't want it all to build up, so I try to make a trip to the scrapyard every day. Sometimes I make 2. My music school's right there anyway. Not at the scrapyard, but around the corner. So 220 pounds of shred. It went up to $100 a gross ton. That's $25 higher than it's been running. So I got $10 for the computer shells, and then all the lead acid batteries that we took out of the battery backups, and I still have more of those to go. 150 pounds, 18 cents a pound, $27. So, you know, $37 for shredding up those battery backups. Not too bad. I still have the wire. But, as I said, it's just very convenient for me. Excuse me for 1 second. I need to get my little screwdriver. I don't know who's having more fun with all this scrapping, me or my 2 nephews and my niece. I was a teacher back when they were growing up, so they were here all summer long. My brother and his wife only lived around the corner, but we had the kids here all the time, my mother, their grandmother, and myself, and it was great. I was off for the summer and I could hang out with the kids, and now they're big. They're all grown up. But I started with a channel on YouTube, and before I knew it, they talked me into letting them set me up with TikTok, which they've done. Like I said, I don't know who's having more fun, them or me. You know, it's nice to have something kind of different to do, and I'm certainly enjoying that. I put up 2... I don't even know what got into me this morning. I was sitting at the kitchen table and I spilled cream of wheat on my foot, and I started singing this dumb song about cream of wheat, which I wrote. I posted it. I don't know. And then the other video that I put up is something I am thinking about doing. You know, scrapping's fun, but it's a very niche audience. There's not a lot of people who watch a creator because of scrapping. Yeah, we have our own, you know. Throw that in with your media drivers. We have our own little niche as scrappers. So, I used to do children's songs back when I was a music teacher. taught music professionally for 40 some odd years. And I had a surgery that destroyed my right vocal cord. And now I'm not a music teacher anymore. So this is a very nice looking hard drive. For those of you who know, I really don't resell hard drives unless I'm told I can. So I'm going to try and wipe it. This one I might sell. It's a whole terabyte and it's like brand new. If I find that there are files on there that won't come off, I won't sell it. Simple as that. It's not really hard to wipe a CD. It's actually a hard drive. It's actually pretty easy. Let's do another one. Oh no, it's an Optiplex. You get some value if you can get, if they get the power drive in for you, you'll get a little value. These actually might, and that's might with a big M and a question mark, they might have resale to them. I don't know. I will go online and see, only because it's a fairly recent computer. But once they go down, you know, they're slow as slow can be. And I don't know that it's cost effective to try to fix a computer like this one. So there's a blue push button down here. Push that. And this should come out pretty easy. I'll fuss with it after. I'm not really mad about it. This might have a little bit better chip in it. This is a much better cooling fan. So let me do a little better with this. I usually the Dell Optiplex is probably the most popular of these small form computers. I see a lot of them. I don't know because I don't own any small form computers because I run too much stuff. I run a lot of video. I write books. I have a business bookkeeping, you know, I do my business from there. So a computer like this is not good for somebody like me. I would throw it out the window in 30 seconds flat because I can't stand slow computers. But, you know, for doing homework and general internet stuff, it's probably fine. Not for gaming though. It's just not. If you're gonna do gaming, you gotta get something with more guts. Computer's only gonna go as fast as its components let it. Come on now. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, are we going to get an iCore? You know what, we might, because if I recall correctly, a lot of those Optiplexes that we did a couple of weeks ago had a lot of iCore 3s and 5s in them. 3s aren't really worth too much right now. BoardCert does have a test program for CPUs, and so you want to be extra careful how you handle them. And that bent arm right here, that's indicative that you've got an iCore chip in there. Oh, holy cow, this is an Intel i7. That should be a $25 chip if it works correctly. So I'm going to very carefully, don't get your fingers on here. Don't touch the MLCCs, don't touch anything. Put this down this way. Matter of fact, put it on something because this paste is very dirty. Like I said, BoardCert does have a program. It's called the Test and Buy. That's some value, huh? I haven't seen any burn spots on these motherboards. So that was the first thing I looked for, to see if a circuit had burned out and I could get away with just changing the motherboard, but I don't see anything wrong. The motherboard tests fine. It's just the computer is slow. You know, it's just, it's like asking me to go run a 10K marathon. I'm slow. I'll get you there, but it'll take me forever. Woodsorb buys these, by the way. Okay. Continuing. Not sure if we have a hard drive or not. Can't see under there. Possibly. That was a nice surprise, huh? Yeah, you take them and you list them one by one by one by one, and you package them very carefully, and you submit that to BoardSort. They have a sales menu. They'll walk you through it. It's very easy. Gotta be careful packing them though. Okay, like most other dolls, you push into it, unscrew the screws from the back here, push the button down, pull it through. Really pathetic. It's worth more scrap, and it's not even that much of an old computer. That's something. Unlock. There's a little tab that says unlock here. Take the cover off. No hard drive. I didn't expect one, actually. It wasn't heavy enough. I'll try and get this out of here. Actually, I think it just slides out. Pull this plastic thing, and it should just come out. I'm pretty organized. Should. And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, oh yeah, this pushes through. You squeeze this, and you push through. That'll go with my media drive. They all pay the same, 10 cents. That's shred. 10 cents a pound. Now, somebody tried to do the smart thing. There's only 2 RAM slots here. So, I put a much higher grade of RAM in here to try to speed up the computer. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen black RAM. I've seen a black sheep in the family. That would be me. I'll be here all week. Thank you very much. I'm going to get this riser off. Some good computers, this will be brass. Again, this is an economy line computer. It's steel. I know I've done a million of them. Wires off. Wires off. Wires off. Battery out. Power supply out of the way. So I have the option of nipping these wires off and selling this as a power supply without wires, or just leave it like it is, power supply with wires. I've got a bin of both, and I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm not going to be I'm not in a rush to get up to Meriden. I'd like to, because I have a lot of stuff at the house, but I also know I did purchase a pallet of Cisco servers. I don't like to buy my e-scrap, but I want to make sure I have enough content for you guys. And I know for a fact, pretty much, unless they've done something to it, which I don't think they have. This is a CMOS battery, by the way. They're very flammable. Don't keep them in your house, and dispose of them properly in the transfer station. A refiner will toss your whole load right back to you if he finds those in there, because they can start a fire. They can burn. You start a fire in the shredder, and then then those guys got a problem. That's gold. These are flush cutters, flush cut pliers or some such thing. I use these in my repair business. I use them for violin and guitar strings. They are fantastic for cutting off gold fingers. They're the best tool you can have, in my opinion. If you have a shredder, you can just pulverize them and then just rinse them, and the gold will go to the bottom and the plastic will float off. I think I've got a video up called Scrapping in My Kitchen Sink that I did exactly that. Retirement fund isn't getting any bigger any faster. Both retirement funds, holy cow, God. I lost 5 years worth of savings in about 2 days. The market's been so bad. Ugh. I'm supposed to be grateful for raising Social Security. I forgot. Yeah, guys. I don't know what to do. Well, I do know what to do. I have to leave it. I can't take it out. I just have to leave it and hope that when I need it, it's come back a bit. In the meantime, I'm going to have to work very hard. I might even have to take another job. But I have a music school. I've got YouTube. I don't know. I am going to enjoy my summer, though. That I do know. Okay, why won't you come out? I got all the screws. Usually I leave one here. I always forget. That's right. With the Dells, you have to take this plate off. I said that before. I know I did. Because the board is actually attached to it. You can see that, but this board is attached to this faceplate. So that's got to come out. Only takes one, guys. One little stinking screw to bugger up the whole works. How many times have you seen me deal with that, huh? Alright. Time for Jeopardy. If I can get the board out. Where are you caught? Could be here. I don't think so, but I don't see any place else that I could possibly be caught. It wasn't there. It could be here. I don't know. When in doubt, take them out, right? That's why I do these for you. Pull it forward, maybe? Okay, well. Maybe this guy right here. There we go. Alright, I am going to put that aside, and because I really don't know what's what. Sometimes these are directly on the board, and you have to take them off. That could be the case here. I'll try that, and then I'll put it aside. Okay. Deal with that after. It's mucking up my video. This is a Hewlett Packard. This looks like a brand new freaking computer. I mean, there's not even any dust in it. Unbelievable. We'll go back for that Dell after, if I feel like it. Got some RAM. Usually get like 2 cheesy pieces of RAM in these. You can use a Torx, or you can use a slotted, and these is an option for both. You know, I put all my tools away because I wasn't going to scrap anything today, but these came in and I just want to get them out. Just to keep the mess. I don't want the mess in the house. I finally got semi-cleaned up, and I know I've got computers coming in tomorrow, and just got to keep ahead of it. Really hard to do when the weather gets cold. Ugh, it's awful. I've got one screw down here that doesn't want to come out, so I'll take the slotted screwdriver and go after it that way. Some of these are metric, and just that little bit will cause your Torx screwdriver not to work. Again, protect your face and your iPhone, your battery, plug the low. I wish that Dell had been that easier. Easy. Okay, get that off. That off. That off. Take the time, guys, to get the heat sink off. Clean aluminum is paying 50 cents a pound right now, so definitely want to go after that. Here's your, tell me what kind of board it is. I almost said it. I've been asked to do the Jeopardy thing on these videos. Will do. Integrated motherboard, small CPU, no removable chip, mediocre, gold recovery. $1.40 a pound. Costs $1 to ship, so you know. Yeah, unfortunately, I no longer have a local yard, so. Until I can do something. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think I can sell those to Cable Management up in Meriden. They might buy those. I gotta look.
After fatally shooting a man outside his law office.
I hate when that happens. I do it all the time. I drop stuff on the remote control. The TV starts up all by itself and scares me. Don't scare me. When they say clean aluminum, it doesn't necessarily mean that the sticky stuff is all off, but it means that there's no steel. So if I run a magnet over this, nothing's going to stick to the magnet. That's plastic. Same thing here. My hands don't want to cooperate, sorry guys. You can get this fan off. There's no resale on these fans, trust me. I've tried. I had 150 of them. I couldn't get rid of them. You can break them apart and get the copper motor out if you want to. Or just chuck them in shred, which is what I actually wound up doing. Trust me, if it could be resold, I would. Trouble with eBay is by the time you pay the commission and then pay the shipping, you know, not worth it. And then if it doesn't work, then you got to deal with a return. So that's no fun. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything with yes. Okay, I'm gonna throw that in a shred. These little C-clips. Take these little guys. You're right in there. Snip that off. Just snip that off. Nip. Gonna make a liar out of me each. And then this is all ready to go with clean aluminum. Alright. Nice clean aluminum. That'll go over there. I'll get these two things out. I think we gotta unscrew 2 screws in the front and unscrew the caddy from the frame and get the hard drive. Now I can button this one up. And I'm gonna have to go back and look at my video about the Dell computers to see what the heck is hanging that up. I don't know why it's hung up. I have to go rewatch one of my own videos. Come on now, come on out there. This is so clean, I can't even believe this. Interesting. And again, I'm not going to do anything more with that than put it in shred. Even with a 1 terabyte hard drive in it, this computer is slower than syrup in the fridge, let me tell you. I couldn't, there's just, everything was done. There was good, there was RAM in there. I mean, it's just not made for, they're asking it to do. Push through, I think. I gotta get this off and then get the 2 screws here. So I'll get this off. Try to. Yes, I know I should be wearing gloves. We've had that discussion. Do as I say, not as I do. Come to mama. Problem is I have to get this off to get the hard drive off. So since I really don't care if I break it or not. Plastic clip is broken on the other side, that's why I couldn't get it. There you go. There's usually 2 plastic clips, but that was it was underneath, so I couldn't see it. Media drive, hard drive, a couple of screws, take the caddy off, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed these little quick scraps. Just take away the fact that these small form computers are not worth buying. Don't pay money. And the boards are not worth shipping to board sort. You're only going to make a profit of 40 cents. Again, I'm going to try to find a local yard that will buy those. Again, this is a super clean drive. I am going to see if there's anything on it. If there is, I will shred it. If there isn't, I will erase it and sell it. I do have somebody who does that professionally. Like I said, you've heard me say it before, I'm really careful about information. But both of these, they just don't look used. I think they bought them. I think they were too slow and they pitched them. I really do. So there may not, my point being, there may not be any information on those drives. If there is, well then I'll take the drives apart. You've seen me do that. You know how I do that. And that'll be it. Okay. Wires, shred, shred, and shred. Okay. Well, have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed the video in spite of Del Hell over here. No idea where I can't get that board out. God, I missed a screw. Just for the heck of it. Let me see if this does it. I might have to get that bracket off. I don't have the proper screwdriver to do that right now. Yeah, let's go with that. So I think that has to come off. It'll take the bracket off and it should free the board. I don't have the right tool with me right now to do that. Alright, well, you can always go back and check my videos on the 105 Optimum Optiplex computers we scrapped. Alright everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. I've got 2 new videos up on something different. One is on cooking for one, and the other is a silly kid song I wrote this morning. Anyway, love ya. Stay wonderful.